There's a saying that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, and that couldn't be any more true when talking about games that usually have really shitty fan bases that overshadow what usually is a pretty good game. Alright, so I'm going to be talking about some games I enjoyed at one point, but not really ever wanted to be a part of the fan base that the public's going to see them as. I know you shouldn't really care about what other people say about you, but you also have to understand that if a consumer sees that part of a fan base, they're not gonna play the game because they're gonna see those kids flailing around taking a big fat L, and they're gonna assume that this isn't a game you want to play. Oh my god, there he is! When I started thinking about this video, the first thing that came to my mind of a game that I enjoyed but don't want to be associated with it is this game. When I got the game, I only really played it as a joke for like an October stream like last year. Overall, it was a pretty good game, not gonna lie. But I distinctly remember one or more parts of the game that it just made me question why I spent $10 to mock date a dinosaur version of Hal Emmerich.
What's with these guys? It's like one of my Japanese animes.
I could rant about how much I want to kick this dinosaur in the ribs, but the magnum opus of this game's fanbase is the one and only funny blue skeleton. When he's on screen, you know it's time to have a bad time. All you ever need is just a 2-second sound effect of him talking and everyone's just gonna lose their shit in the voice chat. I can guarantee doing this over and over again with your Discord voice chat will make the moderators for your server love you. Alright, get this shit out of here. Doing it enough will definitely give you a moderator role. Believe me. Now, all jokes aside, I think the main reason why I don't want to be a part of the fanbase is the fact that when you have a massive following, along with this tiny little thing every person will at least once in their lives have to encounter, a little thing called cringe, you get a recipe for disaster, and all you need to do is look up Sans in Google Images. I fucking dare you to scroll down 12 screens worth of that cesspool without projectile vomiting from the scent of the fecal matter that is called fan art. If you're feeling like ruining a perfectly good day as well, you can also try browsing around DeviantArt.
You guys hearing something? Check the bathroom.
Yo, Sonic! Your cheeks just went viral!
Personally, I've never played any of the Sonic games from before I was born, but the one game I did play was Sonic Mania. It was a good thing too, because this game is just straight up the best way to play a Sonic game. I did eventually get Sonic 1 through 3 on the Mega Drive collection on Steam, but once you play Sonic Mania, you're just never looking back. It's such an upgrade visually and physically. Music's all bangers. It had assets for more than one Sonic game. It's just a nice soup of the best thing that's ever happened for a Sega title. Honestly, Christian Whitehead gave enough to satisfy those fans, and then provided more than that. All that said, why don't I want to be associated with this franchise? Well... Actually, all you need to do to find that answer is just look 1 year ahead and find out this piece of shit was made. I personally don't like the 3D Sonic games, and I'm pretty sure a vocal majority would agree with that. There's such a mixed bag over how people see the franchise, because you have some people who say the 2D Sonic was the best, some say the 3D ones were better.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife.
And then some people just think the franchise was never great in the first place. This fanbase is so split apart that it becomes a literal screamfest about what's good for the franchise and what's bad. They don't want to see the franchise fail, but there is such a lack of transparency between the community and Sega that Sega just tried doing both lanes by making a 2D game here and then a 3D game there. I think the worst title in the entire library of Sonic games would be those Sonic Boom games. Cause not gonna lie, this game was fucking dog ass. It made even the guys who enjoyed the 3D game say, what the fuck is this? Personally, the best way to save this fan base would be going back to the roots, like Sammy Classic Sonic fan said. And today the fan base has kind of calmed down, but there was a time when it was safer to play Russian Roulette with Chuck Norris than talk about your favorite Sonic games. 'Cause Jesus Christ.
Not just Midas, but all of the Fortnite bosses that existed on the map last season to work out what happened to them and where they've gone. The conclusion that I've come to is honestly quite shocking, and I'm quite excited to share it with you guys. Stick around to the
I played this game way before the whole craze started, and I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed the time I spent playing this game, with its cartoony characters and the concept of using what you got to pay the path for all that so glorious victory royale. The way to win is to be creative with your approaches on enemy teams, or when an enemy engages you. And around the time I stopped playing, there was this joke of John Wick skins being deities of architecture after being shot at. When you see that, you just stop what you're doing and just admire the amount of things they can make in such a short time. And it actually kind of led to a meta. If you wanted to win, all you just simply had to do is just build up and over an enemy, and then just drop down them with a shotgun, and they can't do shit. You won. All they can do is just pettily build a wall between themselves and their inevitable doom. I left right after Season 4 because I kind of got bored of it, and the only really information I had about the game was little tidbits of what was going on by hearing it from other people. And there also was a couple of months where it was cool to shit on the game and say Minecraft was good, Fortnite bad, Minecraft good. But personally, I don't think that's what made the game intolerable. What I actually honestly think is responsible for this would be the content creators for this game. So either you're players like OlliA or Ninja, but you can't really blame those guys because, I mean, come on, these guys just happen to get on an easily marketable game that people aren't really that good at, and they see these guys that are absolutely destroying the session they go on every single time, and you just want to be like that guy. You want to be Fortnite Ninja. You want to get those Funko Pops. So anyway, they see the absolute domination they're getting, and you're just going to be like, I want to be like him. I'm going to watch his videos because he's going to help me be good at this game that I want to be good at. And that's not bad. It's not a bad thing to do. Because you want to be that guy who's inspiring other people to play the game better, making the game inevitably better. But then you have people like OlliA, and my god, it's so obnoxious to watch their content.
Cancer.
But what makes me the most pissed off is that people eat this shit up because of clickbait. They always hit that 10-minute mark so he makes you feel tricked and he's getting paid for you being gullible. You also have a YouTuber named Exility that does the same shit as well. In one of his videos that I was watching, he made bank off of making kids be afraid their game might be offline for an indefinite time during the hurricane that was about to hit Epic Games at one point. So what he did in his video, he was talking about other hurricanes and that happened in America, and overall wasn't a very necessary video to begin with, but it still made 1.3 million views off of it because it's Fortnite and kids are afraid their favorite game's gonna go down for a while. So of course, this guy made bank. Let's assume that for every 1,000 view you're getting, that's $1. That video would make simply $1.3 thousand by itself. So you're damn right they're gonna keep pumping out those videos because it's profitable. Making Fortnite videos is easy and repetitive. All you need to do is get some footage of your game. You don't even need to be good at it. Just cut out the parts where you just die and suck, and then just talk about Fortnite or clickbait the shit out of children who think that some character they only know exists is from some Spider-Man Elsa softcore pornography videos that YouTube allowed for more than half a year until advertisers started pulling out, and then they make bank on that. And it just bums me the fuck out. Now, most of these games I just talked about are understandably reasonable to claim. Even if you enjoyed it, you can still kind of be reluctant to being open to other people about how much you enjoy it. But what about a game you wouldn't expect to see me talking about? I think it's time to start talking about a game mode on arguably one of the greatest PC games of all time.
You're ugly.
You would be surprised to know that the TF2 community is not really a big fan of the MVM experience. I mean, how bad could it be? You can defend your spawn from hordes of enemies while also having an absolute ball just doing it. On top of that, like a complete tour, it gives you a chance for a rare weapon that you can just show off to everyone. An Australium, Carbonado, Bot Killer, it's really cool to have. But that's where the issue starts. When you put an item with real-world value as an incentive for playing the game, you're just getting a bunch of tryhards that aren't really trying to play the game for fun, but instead you're getting those people who are just going for them quick Australian weapons. Alongside that, you're also going to have the most toxic part of the game, and I'm saying way more toxic than you're going to find in a casual server. Alright, it's time to gather near the campfire as I tell you a horror story that has been passed on from generation to generation. I'm going to tell you the story of the lords of the faraway lands of Trihardium, who formed an organization to rival King Arthur's Knight of the Round Table of ye olden days. It was a story that started a long time ago with the champions of Australium forming a site known as tacobot.tf. The site was a blacklist for users who didn't meet the standards of what is seen as the perfect mercenary. Now, that being said, what made the perfect mercenary, you might ask?
Literally nobody!
However, that didn't stop these heroes from marking people for tags like uses air blast, is stupid, uses the gas pastor, missed money, is a pyro,
A child predator!
just to name a few. The purpose of this site is just to kick users on this blacklist. However, these people don't just kick you on sight. No, they have to go for much more petty than that. What they do? They usually wait until last round, and then they kick you before the match is won. Of course, all good things have to come to an end. Unfortunately, the ungrateful peasants were getting tired of having their match being dictated by some asshat trying to win virtual weapons, and started making fun of these people. Nevertheless, they were just banned for their general jackassery, but legend says there are still users to this day arrogantly waving their kick count like a badge from a long deadly war that never existed. I think something you can take from this video is,
Don't be a dick in MVM!
what you can also learn is a game you previously were never even considering playing might just be the next game you're going to be playing on Twitch for the next 7 weeks. I don't really have anything else to add, so I'm gonna head out.